I've just popped inside and I'm in the kitchen and I've just been watching this mama bird and her new little baby, and I thought you'd appreciate seeing it as well. This is her little baby here. Look at him. Look how floofy he is. Oh my god, it's absolutely adorable. And she's just kind of like tucked him in underneath those rocking chairs. And he's just sitting on the leg there, and she's gone off at the moment. I can't see her in the garden looking for like grubs and stuff. But then she just comes back and feeds him, and he makes these little tiny little twittering noises and that. It's so adorable. Aww. He's so cute. Oh, look at him. Big stretch. He's just all puffed up sitting. It's a really windy day at the moment. He's just sitting there waiting for her to come back. I'm just making something in the kitchen, so if she comes back and I manage to catch it, I'll share it with you because it is the most adorable thing. Aww. And the mama bird is back. She's just, I don't know if can you kind of just see her there? There we go. She's actually been gone for a little while, so I don't know if you can see his, there we go, you can see his little head there. You can see her feeding him. Oh, it's so cute. See her? Oh, and that's her there. A little baby down there. Oh, it's so sweet. I'm now obsessed with watching this little bird. Can you see him down there? He was sleeping. Look at him. She's just like dropped him off here and gone about her business for the day. And just left him tucked up under the chair. He's having a little snooze. It's the most adorable thing. She's been back a couple of times and sort of fed him and that, so I'm guessing he's full and is now having a little nap. Aww. It's so cute. She has come back to feed him, and there is a second bird, so I don't know if it's mum and dad. I'm not sure if that's the mum or the dad. I don't know how to tell the difference. But there are definitely two adult birds, and then the little baby. Oh, he's so cute. He's so small. You can see she's looking up, or he's looking up for like grubs and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely two adult birds, so that's nice. Look at him. He can see us. Look how cute he is. Oh, is that not the most adorable thing you've ever seen? Obviously, I will not go out this door today while he's there. Just so that, you know, they're not disturbed and like the mum and dad don't get scared that we're going near the baby. I definitely wonder, I know I have actually filmed it and I've shared it with you before. I mean, I don't know if it's the same bird or not, but we have actually fed one of the birds here in this exact spot. So whether he or she has brought the baby back here as a result of that, because they kind of knew it was like a safe space to leave him. But he's so cute. I'm sorry if this is boring to you, but I just think that is just, it's brought me much entertainment and joy this morning. So we've had a very anxiety-inducing change of location. I don't know if you can see him there. He's just sort of up off the step, like the wooden step. You kind of see him moving. But oh, he just made a mad dash along the patio and he was just calling and calling. And I was just, you know, you just watch something and you're just horrified. Anywho, his mum or his dad came to get him and they fed him again. But now he's just hopped, thankfully, into that little sort of, it's a jade succulent. Hopefully you can see him there. But he's kind of just shielded himself. But I can just see his mum's gone back. Yeah, I know. His mum's just gone under the chair looking for him. Oh gosh, this is so stressful. Poor little fella. You can, oh, there she is. There you go. She's found him. Can you see them there? Look. And she's just feeding him. Gosh, it's been like a really stressful morning watching him. Oh my gosh. Hopefully he'll stay there for a little while now. Alright, so out in the cottage garden now, just trying to plant up a few of the last, you know, bits and bobs before the hot weather really sets in, because we are in for it, I think, this summer. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on some of the really spectacular things that are happening in the garden. So I showed you these roses last week and they are still going strong. So beautiful. The Cinderella's looking great. This ground cover was an incredible buy, by the way. I don't think it was the back copper, I think it was the can, but it's really filled out and just giving that kind of nice carpet of white here. The other thing that's doing incredibly well are the ground cover roses. They struggled maybe a month ago. This one in particular really struggled. It had gone yellow. You can see little bits of remnants of the yellow on the leaves. But it's looking so healthy now. That one as well as the popcorn colour. So that's the popcorn colour here, the white with the yellow centre. Looking beautiful. And then, if I try and get out of the way of the sun, we've got the, okay, let me go the other way. We've got the multicoloured roses here. Like, look at that. And there is quite a few of those on there at the moment. And then, in a unbelievably weird twist, just over the last couple of days, these roses, these little tiny, pale, little, very small roses have just appeared. I don't know, I don't recall ever having these pale pink roses here. So it must have been a rose plant that has just not flowered in quite a while. But look how sweet the little tiny blooms are. They're adorable. And they smell, it's actually got a really beautiful scent to it. So Rose Corner is spectacular at the moment. I've actually got, you'll remember, I think from maybe like part 4 or 5 of the mini orchard transformation videos, we had a gentleman come out to do the irrigation in that area, and he was absolutely fantastic. Obviously like an expert in what he did, that's his business, is irrigation. And I've actually got him coming out this week to do a bit of an audit on this whole back cottage garden, and just making sure the garden has grown so much. So I definitely need like sprinklers that are a lot taller, and I just want to make sure that everything is getting covered just so that I'm good to go for summer this year. I know for a fact that this whole Rose Corner area doesn't get any water at all, so I've been having to kind of remember to come out and hand water. It would just be so much more convenient to have it on the irrigation. So anyway, he's coming out this week, so I'm so unbelievably excited about that. I'll share that with you in another video, I'm sure, and sort of give you a bit of an update. But yeah, Rose Corner is just looking gorgeous, so lush. I will say, we have just left this little fella here. So this got self-seeded, and it's just appeared. And he has battled through adversity. He's been trod on so many times, and he's just still here. The most awkward position, I will say. Not a super fan of where he's just perched himself in the middle there of Rose Corner. But he's very pretty. And at the moment, I'm just leaving him there. So we might just have to kind of work around him. I feel bad about pulling it out. So he is staying. So it basically gets self-seeded from these main plants. They self-seed all throughout my garden. They're unbelievably ornamental. I'll put the name on the screen of what it is. It's like a Bernina or something like that. I always forget the name of it. But they're gorgeous. And they do so well in my garden. Anyway, and the other massive development that I have to show you, let me take you down. So you will know a few weeks ago, we planted up some avant-garde hydrangeas in these two locations. Now, as you can see, during the summer months, spring sort of summer, this area, this particular garden bed gets not full sun, but it gets a lot of sun during the day. In the afternoon, it's probably a bit more shaded, but it does get probably a good 7 hours of sun. In winter, it gets no sun at all. So it's a very unusual kind of bed, and we planted the avant-garde hydrangeas in here, hoping that sort of the morning sun would suit them, and then the fact that it's in the shade in the afternoon would also suit them. Unfortunately, the sun was just a little bit too hot for them, and they really started to burn. So I have relocated. They have been relocated. I'll show you the new location in a moment. And we've just planted in these two new ones. I'm trying to remember the name of them. Alley something. I'll pop it on screen. It was for when we went to the garden centre. Maybe last week or the week before. Anyway, so they've both gone in. They only get 50 centimetres, so they should provide some nice structure here. We can kind of hedge them and sort of shape them and that. So I think that they will provide a nice little green structure here, particularly once the Malaysian orchid kind of comes back. Oh, the water fountains just turned on. So all of my water fountains are solar water fountains. And so obviously they only work when the solar panel is in the sun. So this one's solar panel just got into full sun and it's just started working. So lovely. Love the sound of like the tinkling water in the garden. I think it's so pretty. Anywho, so that is a change. Just getting in, as I said, and planting the last little bits and pieces. I've got a little grass here. Let me just take you around and show you that. When we did the hard prune back on the Malaysian orchid, it provided a lot more sun to this area, and this is now struggling. So I'm going to put this little grass in there. Frosty fountain. Mr. Bee. These are doing really nice. They're just coming to the end of their flower season, but that's going to go in there. But I wanted to show you. So in the white crepe myrtle bed, which, let me just take a moment to show you her growth. Now, I showed you her a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and obviously she was still in her winter dormancy, and she was basically a stick. But now, look at all that growth. In only a matter of weeks, she has already put on all of that growth, and she will just continue to grow that quickly. And I imagine we should have blooms maybe a little after Christmas. The most gorgeous white flowers. So in this crepe myrtle bed, I've moved one of the hydrangeas, the avant-garde hydrangeas, and just to show you, you can kind of see here, see like the leaves are like all scorched, you can see underneath. So definitely like this is all new leaf here, and you can see how happy they are. Oh, can you see a caterpillar? I'll have to come back and get him. But much happier in this position. So that is one, but the incredibly exciting thing that I wanted to show you, these are all doing well. Look! Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? So this is the other avant-garde hydrangea. This poor little thing, just like, look at the leaves. She just got scorched like you would not believe. But like a trooper that she is, she has still produced this, oh, sorry, I'm trying to move the grass there. She has produced this absolutely massive flower head. Like, look to my hand. That is how big this flower head is. She is absolutely spectacular, and I had to come out and show you it. So this is my very first kind of, these hydrangeas are my first hydrangeas of this type. I've got a few of the oriental lace hydrangeas, but they are a lace cap hydrangea. I'll show you in a moment. And the flower structure on them is completely different. Whereas this is like the hydrangeas that I see, you know, when you look online, and that is the hydrangeas that I always see. But yeah, look at that. Oh, absolutely just over the moon. I'm so happy. Obviously, when like relocating her, there was the concern that she would lose the flower. You'll know if you've been watching my videos and you've been subscribed for a while, you'll know I kind of showed you when she had like just the little tiny flower buds starting. But yeah, isn't she just incredible? So it's, yeah, brought me a lot of joy. And then we're also planning up today a bunch of these garura. So we've got the pink and the white. So this one here is going to come out. I don't like the structure of this plant anymore. So it's going to come out, and we're going to pop one of the white ones in there. They add, I'll show you one of the pink ones in a moment. We've had one of these in the pink in the garden for probably a month or two now, and it's in flower. And also I'll sort of show you what the pink looks like. And obviously this is just the white version. But yeah, absolutely spectacular. And just for comparison, just to show you, some of her flowers are starting to go over. But see, this is a lace cap. And so she gets, I'm just trying to show you, that's probably the best one. She gets like a little center sort of flower head, and you can see there are all these small, tiny individual flowers. But then around the edges of the main sort of flower bud, she throws out a few of these really sort of large flowers. I absolutely love it. She's gorgeous and just so different. I've got a few of these now, but it's definitely a unique flower in comparison to everything else I've got in the garden. So yeah, they're my two types of hydrangeas that I have. So yeah, just having a little pot around in the garden. I want to apply some chicken manure. I need to bag up the strawberries. Everything is looking really good. You'll know last week we tied up the cucumbers and they are much happier. The kitchen garden bed is looking really lovely now. I did plant up the tomato this morning, so the new little tomato that we got at the garden centre a few weeks ago is in. I do want to say that the pineapple experiment from a few months ago appears to be a success. You will know that I purchased a pineapple to eat, and I kept the top of the pineapple, and we planted the pineapple top. And it's been months now. I'd say it's been a good 5 months since that happened, and it has not died. So I'm really hopeful that one day we will get a little pineapple growing out of the top. I know pineapples take like almost 2 years to form pineapples, so I'm sure it's going to be a little while, but that was a great experiment. I literally just planted the top. I did nothing super exciting, but yeah, it's actually worked. Yay! All right. I'm going to get on with the gardening now, but I just thought I would give you those little updates. And as I said, I just wanted to show you, so this is the gaura in the pink, and you can see it just has really pretty flowers on the top of these spires. Just very like sort of wild and whimsical. I think they're really pretty. The pink is obviously quite a strong pink, but the white is also really pretty. So yeah, we're going to dot some of those around the garden. But they definitely add some height and some structure. And then if you have like a breeze, which we don't have at the moment, oh, there's a little breeze. Once you have a breeze, they sort of, you know, sway and kind of dance in the breeze, as they're doing right now. There you go. The breeze is a paid actor. And they just look really pretty. Sort of similar to the, I was going to say sage. It's not sage, it's, oh, it's not lavender, it's salvia. Oh, goodness me. Similar to the salvia spires, you know, like they're just so pretty when it's windy and they all sort of just dance around in the breeze. I love that. I love that look in the garden. Sort of adds that sort of softness, sort of magical softness. All right, and then just up here on the wisteria walkway, this is one of those gauras in the pink white colourway. So that's it there. And then I've also got this, which is a jolt. It's like a type of dianthesis, but it's that there. And you can see it's in the pink colour, and they make great cut flowers. So a part of me wants to put this in my cut flower garden, but I have to say it is actually looking quite full in the cut flower garden. So I think this is going to go just here, and I can obviously access that really easily for cut flowers. So it's going to go there, and then this one here is just going to go into this little space here, just to add some really nice colour into that area. These plants here are struggling, and the reason they're struggling is because they actually don't get any of the irrigation. So again, another thing for when the irrigation gentleman comes, to get him to just try and make sure all the areas are getting covered and just helping me run all the lines, and that way we will be perfect for the coming summer months. So we are just relocating the pineapple experiment that I was telling you about this morning. And look, can you see it's got a full root system now? I'm so proud. This was literally a pineapple that I bought from the grocery store, well, my farmer's market. And yeah, what an easy thing to do. Oh my goodness. Next time pineapple's in season, I will be taking all the tops off pineapples and planting them. Oh, that's so exciting. So we're just going to put it just in that hole there behind the kitchen garden beds. As I said earlier, pineapples take almost 2 years to form. So it needed to go somewhere that it got irrigation, but that I could kind of keep an eye on it. If I put it in some weird corner of the garden, I'll forget all about it. But yeah, so that is where it's going to go, in this little corner here. Oh, so excited. Oh, so excited about pineapple. Well, I'm doing the very unglamorous job of sprinkling chicken manure everywhere. So I've done all of these snack capsicums, I've done the strawberries, the kitchen garden bed. I'm just about to head down into the orchard and just basically give everything a good sprinkle of chicken manure. Very, very glamorous for today. Good morning. It has actually been a few days since I spoke to you last. And in those days, I have actually learned quite a little bit about our little baby bird visitor that we had. I had always, apparently incorrectly, assumed that baby birds leave the nest when they can fly. That is apparently incorrect, and there are several types of species that have like an interim fledgling stage, and this particular species has that. So the little baby birds kind of, once they've got their feathers, they leave the nest and then they spend sort of a week or two on the ground, kind of hopping around, flapping their wings and trying to build up like the strength and stamina needed for sustained long flight, which is basically what our little bird friend was doing.
So as I said, it has actually been a couple of days since I've spoken to you. So I am very pleased to say that he's still around. She is definitely still around, not on the property anymore. They're definitely doing short sort of stint flights now, which is so lovely. But I can actually still, particularly in the mornings, still hear him kind of like her chirping for one of the parents to come and feed them. So that's just so lovely. But I thought I'd come on very, very quickly just to give you that little bird update. And also I thought maybe we would spend the day together. I am going to be heading to these shops. I've got a few sort of bits and bobs to pick up for Christmas. And I'm sure they've got all their Christmas decorations in store. By now you would have seen that we have done all the house decorations, like here at the house. All our trees are up. They're looking so, I'm just looking at it now, it looks so beautiful. But yes, I'm sure the stores have got all their decorations up. So I thought I'd bring you along with me and we would spend the day together. Mum is going to be joining us and we're just going to have a really lovely little sort of a potter around the stores. I've got a very small list of just, like I need wrapping paper, I need I need a couple of gift boxes for something that I'm wanting to assemble for a couple of people. Just a few little bits in that, but I think it should be a really lovely day. So I'm all dressed, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna grab my bag and let's head off and do this.
We have arrived at the shopping centre. I've just come into Big W and just having a little look in their Christmas decorations. I do like a little gingerbread house. That's very sweet. So we need to pick up some bonbons. I'm not really one for bonbons. I find them a bit of a waste, but my niece and nephew insist on them. I just saw these ones here and they're plastic free, like premium bonbons. Look how big they are. 6 in there. It's like they're really big. And then let me just spin it. And it's sort of got like the metal kind of, I mean, again, they're not great gifts, but I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. I want to pay like a ridiculous amount of money for, you know, little toys that we're basically just going to throw in the bin. But I know the kids love like pulling the crackers. So, I mean, I don't mind, I mean, they're not cheap either, but I don't mind the look of those ones. Alright, we've found the wrapping section. We need some more Christmas labels. So I'm going to get a pack of these foil stickers. And I kind of like this design of the wrapping paper. Again, I don't want to spend a heap of money on wrapping paper that we're basically just going to get rid of. But I think the gold and the green is really pretty. And I mean, I must be super old school. But does that mean that like there are sticky labels, unpeel labels? Cut ends at paper at ends of labels. Does that mean wrapping paper is now self-sticking? And I was unaware of this. Anywho, I might, that would be very interesting. I will definitely share that with you in an upcoming video. But I might get 2 rolls of this. I think we might end up needing 2 rolls. So first little dress purchase. Just this one here. It's so sweet. Gorgeous little neckline. Nice and cool for summer. I think it'd be gorgeous at home. Just sort of puttering around, trying to keep cool. This nice cotton. So just came to the book section and this is the book that I'm looking for. So Benjamin Stevenson was actually one of the authors who spoke at the Writers' Festival that I took you to a few weeks ago. So brand new book out. I've read a couple of books in this series and they're really great.
even like, look at that. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? That's so cute. Like an elastic band. That's lovely. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people buy this amount, like these in one go. So we do have the option of keeping the box. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. And that's a personal thing. Yeah. It's a special person a teacher or disability worker or
Bed Bath and Table had some really gorgeous Christmas decorations. I've just popped into Maya and how cute is this lemon jug? Isn't that just so gorgeous? And look at this glass, like crystal cut vase. Isn't that just beautiful? The brand is Heritage and it's $79, I'm pretty sure. I think that's absolutely stunning. We're gonna have a little look in the Christmas decorations here in Maya. How cute is this? It's like a little berry holder. You know when you wash your blueberries or strawberries or raspberries or whatnot, you can pop them in here and then the excess water can kind of just drain out and there's good like ventilation. That is so pretty. How gorgeous is their autumn wreath there? That is so pretty. Oh, massive autumn inspiration. Oh my goodness, Stanley Tucci he has his own little cookware collection. How pretty are these? Like the green with like the gold. They weigh an absolute ton, but they're so pretty. It's always nice to have gorgeous, like beautiful cookware. They've got all of their Christmas sort of dining ware out, all the cups, like toast plates, dinner plates, with almost the like holly and like almost like a poinsettia kind of leaf with the holly around in the gold print. It's very cute. All the cups, tea stands. So we've just got into the sort of Christmas area and how unique. They've got like fish, a seahorse, obviously turtles, but look at these. Look at the jellyfish. How cool. You could do like a marine themed tree, like almost like little water bubbles, and then they've got like little shrimp. That is very different. If you're looking for a different sort of tree idea this year. Yeah, that's cute. Mum's just found this oil blends, balsamic, rosemary, olive oil, and a chili olive oil blend. Yeah, that's nice. We're debating about whether we add like some really nice like deli kind of bits, you know, like these mustards and to put on like bruschettas and through salads, like salad dressings and that. These ones look really nice. Got some really pretty Christmas decorations here. Look at these. Aren't the swans so pretty? Music is very loud in here, so I don't know if I'm just gonna chuck some music over the top of this and you may not hear me at all. These are a really cool idea. Look at these. They're shooting stars. Isn't that so pretty to hang in your tree like this, you know what I mean? And it would be like a shooting star. Oh, that's such a cool idea. just having a little look at the jewellery in the event that I want to buy something a little bit nice, a little Christmas gift for myself. So just curious to see what they've got in, what's new. Maybe we'll head in and see what they've got in the store, in the actual store itself. This is just the windows outside. Gosh, some of those rings are beautiful. I've just popped into Kmart, and are these not the cutest little pajama sets? So it's like a little camisole in this like checked kind of gingham with like all the berries, and then it comes with little shorts underneath. It's so cute. Oh, I love that. I wish they had that in like a nightie, like a dress. I would buy it if it was in a nightie. I also think this Winnie the Pooh nightie is so sweet. Winnie's Strawberry Market. Open all weekend, 10 to 3, buy local, fresh organic, flowers available. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing. Just popped into Kmart, and for some of the art that I've got that's sort of just sitting, I was going to buy these easels. I think that's such a cute idea. So we'll definitely set that up together when we get home, and you can see what it looks like. But very, very happy with that. I bought an extra 2. Alright. It looks much worse than what it is. It's just these massive boxes are taking up a lot of the room. I've got my Christmas boxes, and I've got little baskets to do like sort of the deli sort of bits and pieces. And we've not really bought, Mum had some great success with a few dresses. She also bought some fruit and pies. And I did also get, I don't know if you can see it in there somewhere, but I did get a little Christmas Eve present from Mum to me, which is a very spoily gift. Something from the jewellery store that I saw that was on sale and I absolutely loved. So we're almost done, on our way out. And then from here we'll be going to the butcher and the farm shop. But a few more stores to go. So we are at the last store. Here's David Jones. Would you look at this bag? Is that not just a piece of art? So beautiful. I'm in the market for a new handbag, which is what we're doing in here. This is not what I'm in the market for, but how cool is that? With a little bird closure. Well, as you can see and no doubt hear, it was a very, very stormy and rainy and windy drive home. It is rainy and cold, and it is about 5:45 in the evening. So I'm going to basically go and have my shower and get into my pajamas. I'm going to put some dinner in the oven, and I'm going to say farewell to you. Thank you so much for joining me over the last few days. I hope you have really enjoyed it, and I'm going to get all cozy. I will see you in the next one. We're definitely going to be getting into all of those Christmas boxes and trying to start sorting out all the Christmas presents. So I'll see you then. Bye.